Ladies and lentil beans, my name is Kienan Lafferty, and today is July 17th, 2013, and this is the KNKL Daily, number 77, where we make comics together. Today is whatever Wednesday, we do whatever the heck we want, and it just so happens that we are finishing the conclusion of issue 2 of Emma, and I'm going to need your help to be dropping in sound effects and chat bubbles and all that good stuff. But before we get into that, we got a new submission into the lovely lane from Mr. Vincent himself, who has drawn this awesome zombie. And for those of you who don't know, you can submit designs of zombies to the Facebook, and if I like them enough, I will put them in the comic, and you'll be featured and thanked at the credits of that issue. Alrighty then, before we move into the actual comic, I just want to say thank you to this month's donators. They can be seen here. If you'd like to get your name on this list, simply visit emmacomiconline.com and click the little donate tab and donate as little or as much as you want, and I'll feature your name throughout the month. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also click the little link down below. Alright guys, with all that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and jump into the comic. Let's get into it. I need to change this picture, by the way. Even though I really do love it, I need to change it because it's not current. It is not current! Alright, so as I was talking about before we started the stream, I decided to pull up I made like a little template with all of the chat bubbles and sound effects that we'll ever need. So I can just grab them, drag and drop, and just flick them right out, right onto the page. And we can work more efficiently and, yeah, we can get it done quicker. So anyway, basically what I've got on the screen that you can't see is just the script. And yeah, we're just going to run through it really quick and make sure that we get all the sound effects in here that we need. And for those of you, and I will be asking your help as I'm doing this, because I'm probably going to have to come up with some sound effects here in just a moment. But for the first part, I was actually thinking about just grabbing this burr sound. I think I'm just going to drop that right in there, because this is pretty much what's happening with our dudes. Let's see. That needs to go right there. Yeah, look how easy that is. Saving time, baby. Saving time. Now, do I want to change it a little bit? I could be lazy and just leave it in like this, but I don't know. But then here's the other thing. My other question is, I want to have sound effects maybe over here too. Like, I don't know if that's going to be weird. Like I go burr, burr, and then burr. It definitely can't do that. Can't have 3 burrs. Can't have 3 burrs. 3 burrs ain't gonna work. Captain Big Butt is over here saying he finally went to Olive Garden for me. Oh, it appears that I missed a. A picture on the Emma site. I do apologize for that, Mark. I will be showing it tomorrow. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Tomorrow, we usually do Thoughtful Thursday, but since we are gearing up to release this weekend, Saturday will be the release of the conclusion of issue 2. We're actually going to be working on this again tomorrow, and you guys can tune in and watch me do that. So, yeah, I'll definitely get to that tomorrow, Mark. Thank you. In fact, I'll make a note of it right here so I don't forget it. All right. So, my question is, what do I want to do? I think I'm just going to put something here. I'm going to put the burr here. I like the burrs. I like the burrs right there. Maybe should I have it up here? Should I have it in front of everything? I kind of like it like behind the... I like it behind the flag. It just gives it like a cool sense of depth. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it back here. And maybe we'll turn it a little bit, so that way you can still see the B, and it doesn't cover the house entirely. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, I think I like that. And then I'm just going to leave this panel empty. I'm going to leave this panel empty because it's just like, you know, whatever, wind flying by or whatever. And then I'll probably put something here. Kind of like, I'll probably put another burr here, but then I'll just, whoop, and another burr. What in the heck? Oh, here we go. That's what I needed. So we're just going to take this and we're going to alter it. we're gonna take it and alter it because, as you know, Nico's bike is a little bit more crappy, and his kind of putts along. So we need to kind of interrupt his with some putts. So let's go ahead and do that. Yes. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Does that look a little weird? That looks weird to me. I don't know if I want that. I don't know. I might actually just ditch it. I might just actually just ditch that because it was kind of funny the first time, you know what I mean? But it's like it almost doesn't need to be repeated. It's like it doesn't need to be repeated because you can almost like, you can hear this, you see the burr there, and then you read it down and it's like, okay, they're going, and then they're going to have Nico gasping here. He's going to be like, right? So what we need to do is we need to bring in our soft balloon. Brilliant! And that will go up front, in front of everything. And let me know how you guys feel about that, because really this is all subject to change, and really you guys are my editors, so if you feel that these parts of the page are feeling kind of bland or something could go there, let me know and I'll try it out. But until then, I'm just going to keep going. Keep on going. Alright, let's pull out the awesome font, unmasked. And I think the way that I do my thing here, man, it's been so long since I've actually done this stuff. I think it's 13 spacing and 16 font. Whoops, that's wigging the thing out. Okay, whatever. Going back. Lovely. Alright, so we do gasp like this. And the text should also be this almost black, but very, very dark purple. At least I think. Or actually, maybe I make the... I think I actually make the text straight black. Yes! Okay, so there we go. Gasp. Le gasp. That's looking pretty good. Captain Big Butt says he has to see a manager at the Olive Garden. Oh, he couldn't see. He didn't need to see a manager, but the waitress did have a fake smile. There you go. There you go. It's mostly the managers, though. People, the waiters and waitresses can actually be pretty cool. It's the managers. Once you get to the manager status at Olive Garden, you are forever gone. You can never smile like a real person ever again. All right, so I got to figure out where I want this gasp to go. Like, imagine it's coming out of his mouth. Like, it would like sit right there. Right? That's how I think about. That's how I imagine placing my chat bubbles. Just imagine it coming out of their mouth a little bit. But I don't like how that little piece of hair is like sticking out. It looks weird. But like too low. It looks good there, but that's a little bit past the... Yeah, whatever. Whatever, it's going there. Yeah, that looks best. Okay, someone's recommending trailing R's. I actually kind of like that. And also people are saying that this seems like a louder sound effect than it really is. So maybe we could try making it a little bit smaller. Let's try making it a little smaller, and then we'll have trailing R's going throughout the rest of it. Which is a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. Whoever said that, I would kiss you. I will kiss you. Hopefully you're an attractive woman. If not, work with what we got. Okay. So we got that trailing off there. Okay, let's try this. Trailing R's. Copy that layer style, paste it there. Let's draw it right back here. They're pirates, right? So it would be arr. No. Wrong. I actually do like that. I like that a little bit, but the font seems a little bit weird. The font needs to be the same. I was just testing it, okay? I was just testing it. Drawing sound effects and stuff like this it's hard work, okay? It's hard work. Takes skill and precision. Okay, that's a little bit better. We'll have some thingies coming off of there. That looks pretty good. Ours look a little retarded. See if we can fix that. Yeah. I like it. I like it, peeps. Let's continue it here. Oh, whoops. Once more with feeling. Let's cheat and just drag this right down here. Hey. Nice. Nice. Now maybe I should put a putt here. I almost think that would be funny. Putt. No, it looks weird when it's in the background. Maybe I could put the putt up front. Try that. Again, it might be a little redundant since we already know that Nico's thing does that, but it might also still be kind of funny. So I'd say it's worth a shot. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this. I'm going to copy the layer style of this one here. Let's make a new one for putt. Let's put him up front. Let's put this guy right up front. Paste that layer style. And oh. Putt. No. No. Let's try one more thing. Let's try, maybe not that one. That draws too much attention to it. Maybe it just needs that simpler thing. Simpler. Putt. Nope, still not feeling it. But hey, at least we gave it a shot, right? Let's just fill in these R's really quick and see how that feels. Now, my question to you guys is that annoying? Is that annoying seeing the burr and then and then Because I think it might be a little annoying. Maybe I make it a little softer. Yeah, that kind of works. I like that. Yeah, just have it kind of fade out a little bit. It's funny because both parts have opened up with motorcycles. Other than that, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Alright guys, I'm liking that so far. I'm going to sit on that. I'm going to stew on that. I'll see. Sit on that. That sounds funny. I'm going to sleep on it. Why not? Let's, let's add another bee in here too. Ugh, not like that though. It's an ugly bee. It's an ugly bee. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Alright guys, let's save that out and let's move on to the next page. Next page. In fact, let me just read this thing over here. Okay, good. Alright, awesome. Now you get to open up You get to check out the page that was designed by you people out there. You get to see the awesome zombies that were submitted to the Facebook and now immortalized in the Emma comic. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Come on. Okay, there we go. Aha! Aha! Alrighty, peoples. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get started on this. Someone's asking who's that yelling in the background. That would be my little brother in the room across. He's playing video games. He's playing Dark Souls, so you might hear him cursing and yelling in the other room. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw in whatever we need here. Let's see. What would we need here? What would tickle our fancy? Starting here, is there any need for any sort of sound effects? I definitely want like a zombie going on here, right? Like kind of going across there. That'd be sweet. That'd be really sweet. So maybe we'll start with that. Let's start with that. So in order to do that, let's see. I'm going to copy the layer style of the burger. Copy of the layer style, and let's go ahead and group all these and save those as lines. I like to just this is the way I like to do things, guys. Let me go ahead and just show you this really quick. In my layers, down at the bottom there, can you see that? See how simple this is? Lines, masks, and background, right? Combine them all into 3 groups at the end. Really, really helps out with condensing things because there are a lot of masks, a lot of just little things that go into coloring, and there's a lot of setup work that goes into it. So the more I can condense and make it easier to find stuff, the better. So let's go ahead and call this her. Now let's go ahead and draw some zombie sounds. Alright, so what do we want here? Do we want them to be above? Do we want? Because I have been kind of liking the whole sound effect behind the things, right? So this would be like yeah, like that. And of course, we're not going to use the same thing. The zombie sounds I actually find work best when you make them kind of like this. You take the gradient and you make it kind of like a light color at the bottom, and then dark color at the top. Or actually, I think it's mostly like a dark color. So let's go like dark purple, and this will be like kind of like a just slightly lighter purple. Ooh, that looks nice. And then a white stroke. White stroke just kind of like makes it look kind of deathly. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. But wait, why the heck is it doing that? What the heck happened to our gradient? No, I did not want you to go light. I want you to stay dark. Yes, thank you. Okay, come on. Let's click the right things now. Come on. Someone's saying put a question mark at the end of her. Her? Oh, hey, I actually kind of like that. Because he's like looking around. It's like, hey? Oh, that's pretty cool. I actually think I might keep that. Simon, genius. Simon's a genius. All right, he gets credit for that one. Oh, that's why I love you guys. All right, we gotta delete this little thing here though. Brilliant man. Oh, that looks ugly. I gotta fix this. Okay, come on, work with me. Work with me here. All right, that works. All right, now do we want to have something? Do we want to have something up here too, like kind of like a more distant? Oh, I kind of want to have this one in front. Let's put this one up front. No, not that one. Oh, they're the same thing. My bad. Okay, so actually we're going to delete this whole thing. So we're going to do it over. Doing it over. I'm going to move this over so you can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, so let's see. What would these guys be saying over here? No, this looks like they're yelling. Yeah, that's not going to work. If we are going to do something like this, we're going to have to lose the stroke because it looks too loud. That makes sense? So let's go ahead and ditch the layer style, clear that, and let's work with this just dark purple thing. Let's be like Ugh. Ugh. What other kinds of good zombie sounds are there? Blarg? Blarg. No. Doesn't look too good. It looks like separations. This is the Ugg sector, and over here is the Hyug kingdom, and over there is the Blarg. Cul-de-sac, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm liking that so much. Let's see, maybe a lighter color? No. It just looks too loud, so I'm going to go ahead and just ditch that entire thing. This looks good, though, and we're keeping that. Alright. Oh, boy. Someone's typing Ermagerd, and I don't know if they're saying I should put that in as a zombie sound, but I think a zombie would say that. Zombie would say that. Zombie with braces would say that. Okay. Now my question here is, Tank is making a signal, obviously, right? He's doing like this is the military signal for wedge formation. But my question was, the question I kept asking myself was, is this going to be clear enough to somebody who doesn't know what he's doing? Like, I mean, it's clear that he's doing something with his hand, but are people going to know that he's doing that? So what I've been thinking is I should possibly just put a chat bubble there with him saying, you know, like wedge formation or join up, something like that. Just to clarify, you know what I mean, for the people who don't know what that hand signal means. And I think I'm going to go forward with that. Because originally why I had him do a hand signal is because, you know, in reality, you can just like yell, you know, you're riding your bikes and you got these loud engines just like sputtering all around you. You can just like yell to the people behind you and like they'd hear you. So, but in this case, we can kind of suspend reality and we'll just have him say it too. That way, those of you who don't know what it means can be educated. All right, so let's go ahead. I didn't know what it meant. I had to look it up. I had to look it up online. They're like, what would these guys do? What would these guys do? Military signals. Yeah, yeah, they do that. Yeah, yeah. Biker pirates. Military. Biker pirates. All right. Let's go ahead and color this, however, because I want this to be a little bit more prominent. Not quite like that, though. More like that. Yeah, that works. And let's see here. Where is... Okay, whatever. This thing is now that color. Oh, the multiply layers are on it. That's why it's darkening it. I think. Maybe. No, it's not. Something is amiss here. Something is missing. There we go. Okay. Let's just fix the lines on that. Brilliant! Oh, wait. Actually, I should make those blue. Yeah, I should make these blue. Because there's so much like orange and stuff around here, and lately what I've been doing is when I want people to pay attention to something, I'll just make the action symbols, or just like the little, hey, attention symbols, look here. I'll make those a different color. So let's go ahead and do that. Yes, much like that. So now you look at it and be like, whoa, you look straight at it. Does that make me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw in his yell. Now would he be yelling it though? Yeah, he would be. Just for drama, he'll be yelling it. So let's go ahead and pull in our yell balloon. Form up, someone's saying over here. I actually like form up. Form up sounds good. Form up. I think I might just do that. Form up! And let's make that bold. And let's make it a little bit bigger too, like 20. Whoops, forgot. Pressing numbers like that makes the thing go crazy. What did I just do? Okay, there we go. Form up. Cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay. Let's make sure we got these on the right layer here. Above everything there. Okay, so form up, right? You think about it coming out of his mouth. Form up! There we go right there. All right. Let's go ahead and draw in the tail. The tails. Going right to his mouth there. Make the selection. And let's fill it. Actually, I think I need to change that a little bit. Wasn't big enough. There we go. Alright, so we got that there. Form up. It's looking pretty good. I think I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, how do I want this? Nah, it shouldn't be that far up. Right there's perfect. Yeah, this is looking pretty dang cool. I like this a lot. Now, yeah, I'm just looking at final touches here. Anything else that needs to be done? Anything else that needs to be done? One thing that I was doing before was I keep adding like action lines to a lot of stuff. I keep adding a lot of action lines to stuff, and keeps it like adds intensity to the scene, and I really like it. So hang on just a second. All right, sorry guys. Just had to go take care of something real quick. All right, so we got this thing all done here. Yeah, I think I might just add in some lines really quick. Why not? We've got the power, we've got the motion. We've got the motion of the ocean. All right, so let's go ahead and throw in some lines here. Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about right there. But I kind of want him to be behind him. Picky, picky. All right, that's good. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I'm not so sure about it. Maybe they're just converging on the wrong point. Maybe I need to push them a different spot. All right. Is that a little better? It's looking a little bit better. Yeah! All right, cool. So let's go ahead and just continue that. Make them a little bit softer. I don't know, I'm still not a fan of them. They just look like weird little hair things. Maybe I just need to put them on the side. Actually, yeah, I think I just needed to have them over there. Look at that. I took care of it. Taking care of business. XBLGR is asking a good question over here. He's asking, did it take a while to get used to the pen and the tablet? And I will answer that with a moderate amount of time. Probably took a couple weeks. I was really, really excited about learning to use it, though. So I was just ready to soak up the knowledge, right? So I was just ready to sit down and just get to it. But if you're really, really serious about learning it, then it won't take you long. A couple weeks at the most, and then it'll just get natural after that. In fact, I prefer working on this type of tablet setup as opposed to the Cintiqs, you know, the really expensive ones with the screen is actually the monitor. Like the monitor is the tablet and you draw right on the screen. And those are cool. I actually worked with those when I was working at Riot. But I actually prefer these. I prefer these right here. You can just lay them right down straight on the desk and you can look straight forward and you can have good posture. You can be, you know, sitting up, perfectly looking straight. And your hand isn't in the way when you're drawing, and it's really nice, and it just feels really natural. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Motion lines are a delicate art form. Very delicate art form. Too many of them, and it just looks kind of weird. Not enough. I don't know. It's a really weird art form. Anyway, okay, so that looks good, guys. I like that. Let's go ahead and move on to the next page. Really, really good. I like that question mark. That question mark over there. Simon, that was genius. Love that. I just made the page. All right. Let's go ahead and close that down. Or let's save it first. That would always be good. And let me review the script over here on this side. Page 2. Establishing shot of giant zombie horde and bikers approaching. We definitely got that. Close up on the zombies. Use the ones from the Facebook I wrote down. Right? You can actually see. I'll show you right here. Tank gestures wedge formation. Got that for sure. And Clem looking back and making a symbol gesture. Ah, that was a panel that I ended up not putting in. I cut it out, because it wasn't important. All right, page 23 coming up. And in the meantime, I'm going to ask that you guys please cast your questions over the castle walls, and I'll send them back to you on a bed of rice, along with some amazing coconut Thai soup of your choice. Your choice of meat or tofu if you're vegetarian. And yeah, let's go ahead. Man, there's so many like sound effects that can be motorcycles, but I don't want to just like put the same brrr across the entire thing, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. Yes, I'm lagging over here. What's the deal with that? No laggy. All right, so let's see. What am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this? I definitely want to have a clang here. I'm definitely going to have a clang. In fact, we'll probably just start with that. Start with that, and then we'll put something here. Because I think we've already introduced, like, actually what's really cool about the beginning, remember how we started off with the burr across, and then we kind of faded it out? That's kind of cool because maybe subliminally it'll just like fade away and we don't have to put it in again because of all, you know, you'll just automatically be hearing that as you're reading all, or just viewing all of these panels. So then we can just put in the secondary sound effects, such as the clang, which we are about to put in. But yeah, I like the fact that there's almost no like dialogue in this comic or just in this part. There's dialogue later on, but I like that because it makes it really easy to like translate it into other languages. There's not much to translate, and I mean there's going to be parts for conversation and times for conversation in the future, but for right now, yes, right now we are focused solely on the drawing. All right, so let's see what we got here. This is just the WAP. This is just the this is the sound effect that I pulled in. I'm not going to have it say WAP. It's probably going to say clang or ka-chang, clang. But I don't want to have it cover up too much of the... Oh, it actually looks nice. Ooh, that messed it up. Sometimes simple is the best way to do it. Oh, yeah. I like to put like little things kind of coming off of it too, but actually, I don't know if it needs it. It almost looks good just like that. Clang! And I don't want it to be too big either. It's kind of too big. Because if it's like that, then we're starting to lose the motorcycle behind it. So, let's go ahead and reduce the size of this a tad bit, because I do want it to be double stroked. However, the gradient needs to change. Unperceived Malignity is asking, how long do you expect the Emma comic to be? That's a good question. It can really go for a long time. I mean, what's interesting is, I'm probably going to be talking about this in the retrospective after I release it, but the original story and like as far as we really nailed it down to be is kind of like we've almost created the story as far as we thought it through in the beginning. I mean, aside from like, I don't want to say like, hey, we're just going to make stuff up from now on. It's like we had an idea of exactly what we wanted to accomplish in the beginning. And we kind of had like these dots, like dot-to-dot things that we set out. We'd be like, okay, this happens here, this happens here. Then somewhere down the line we want this to happen, somewhere down the line we want this to happen. And we planned from the beginning to basically where the pirates pick up Emma and take her to, we're going to find out. But after that, it's like, it's kind of just open territory, and we're just like, really, now we're connecting the next set of dots, and it's going to be really, really cool. So, I actually really like that. The clang being kind of like that greenish looks really nice. Yeah. Like it. Jalaksa. Alright, now do we want to change the stroke to something else? Maybe? Orange. No, that looks terrible. Let's go back to what we made. Yeah, looks good. Clang. Okie dokie then. Okie dokie, artichokes. Actually, yeah, let's keep that there. That way we can tell. Bam! Clang. Alright. So we've got that. Now, oh, I wanted Clem to be saying something here too. Well, because, okay, I'm going to ask this again to you guys. Like, tell me from this panel to this panel, to this panel if it's clear, right? Okay, you see the kind of coming together, you see these two bikes coming together, and then this bike's the grates on the side open. Now, is that clear enough, or do I need to have Clem saying something here like join up or lock on, right? Here, so that way when we see this happen, it's like, oh, that's what he just did. Like, does it need that, or did you guys immediately see that at the beginning? Because if it doesn't need to be there, then I have the belief that, like, if it doesn't add anything, then just cut it out, right? If it doesn't need to be said, then just cut it out. In the beginning, like the tank given the wedge formation, I agree with that because people might not know what that means. So I think that's good there. But here, I don't think it's necessary. But let me know if you feel differently. And then I want I definitely want another thing here. Another brr. But this one will be different. It'll be like brah. 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 Bratwurst. Bratwurst. And we'll finish this page and then we will call it a day. Call it a day. First I need to oh, I never grouped these layers. How dare I? How dare I? The clangers, what? RAR. I like RAR. I think I'm going to do RAR. Brian Hogan says RAR. Therefore, we get RAR. The people have spoken. And they want RAR. Alright, so let's go ahead and draw some RAR. And let's see here. And, Unperceived Malignity is also asking another great question. And that is, do I have any other comic ideas that I'm going to be doing? And that is a definite yes. that is so beyond a yes. I've had a couple ideas for comics that I've been wanting to do. Been wanting to do them for quite a while, actually. And actually, I'm gonna put this right back in between these two things. Brilliant! Yeah, there's a couple ideas that I've always had for comics that I've really, really wanted to see the light of day, right? And I'm going to be making those. And Emma was sort of originally, it was just supposed to be like the experimental comic, right? Where we make all the mistakes, we do all the stupid stuff, we just try all these crazy things, see what happens, right? And in a lot of ways it still is, because this is my first comic and I don't know what the heck I'm doing half the time. So it's really, really nice to kind of just understand, like I always kind of just go back to that and realize, hey, look, I really shouldn't be worrying too much because this is the comic where I'm supposed to be making my mistakes. This is the comic where I'm supposed to be learning. So it's really good and just kind of humbling to go back to that and remember my original reasons for doing this. And really kind of once you get rid of the fear, once you just get rid of it, it's like the comic comes out good anyway. Like even though I said that this is going to be like it's really hard to do this and talk at the same time. Even though I said this is going to be the experimental kind of brainchild, it's already become better, like just with the brainstorming and working with my friends on the story and all that stuff. It's already become better than I ever thought it could have been, you know, and this is now like my favorite comic. But yeah, and that leads right into another question when he is asking, and that is, how's it working? What's it like working with a writer? And that's Drunkenheim or Drunkenhime. I don't know. Drunkenhime. And I will say that working with a writer, it can be good and it can be bad. You just got to make sure that you've got the right person working with you. And I think that really there's just different kinds of chemistries that can you know, present themselves in the workplace, right? Or just when you're doing any project. So I think it's really, really important that you just find the person that has the proper chemistry. One of the biggest things that both of my friends who I've had writing for me, a couple of the challenges or just the things that they had to realize off the bat is that this thing takes time. Like making the comic takes a lot of time. And there's going to be times where I'm not feeling great and I'm going to have to take a break, or I just like, I go off on this hiatus, or I'm procrastinating because I don't know what the heck I'm doing, and I'm just depressed and feeling emo, and stuff like that is going to happen, right? And just in general, it just takes a long time to make a comic. So I think that's a big thing. Just getting somebody who understands that is a big part of it. And then second of all, I think that you got to get somebody who understands what it's like to brainstorm and just come up with the stupidest ideas you possibly could, like in the beginning, right? You just come up with all the dumb, crazy, silly ideas, because oftentimes I've noticed that whenever me and my friend who's writing this comic now, his name is David Ellison, and he's really good. He's going to be helping me out a lot with issue 3. And the reason why I like his writing style, or just his ideas, is because they're just so crazy. Like, whenever David has an idea, and I've told him this, whenever he has an idea where I'm like, ooh, I don't know if that's going to work, right? That idea that I originally kind of like cringe at the thought of, ends up being a really, really awesome idea in the end, right? Like, a great example of it was Emma's boots, right? Originally, I was just going to have like these little tiny, cute little girl shoes, right? And kind of like the ones that slip on the foot and have a little button over the toes. She was originally going to have those shoes. And then he came up to me and he's like, Keenan, I think Emma should just have these big old combat boots, right? And I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I'll try it. I'll see how it does. And so I drew like these kind of like tiny, cute little combat boots on her. And he's like, no, they need to be bigger, chunkier, right? And I was like, okay, all right, fine, whatever. I'll just do it. I'll just do it just to appease him, just, you know. And then I did it, and I was like, well, hey, that actually looks really dang good. I like it. So, and that's been the case for quite a few of his ideas. So I'm really, really excited to be working with him on this next part, and I think it's all going to work out pretty well. So, yeah, this looks awesome. This looks really good. Roar! Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I like. People are saying I like how they're organized, not just a band of lunatics. Yes, I did want to kind of show that they are organized, and two, what's also interesting is that they're not really afraid of these zombies. There's like thousands of them, and they're not really afraid of them. And I'm hoping that that will kind of stir some thoughts in your mind. Be like, why are they not afraid of these? Have they been around for a while? Or have they been around for a while? As I freaking speak like Elmer Fudd right there. Have they been around for a while? All right. I'm just going to read these last few comments and then we're going to end because we've been going for quite a while here. I appreciate all the comments and the help from you guys today. I really, really do appreciate that. So thank you guys. All right. Simon's asking for a backstory into Emma's boots. Oh man, I really haven't thought of that. I really have not thought of that. But yeah, that would be kind of cool. That would be an interesting side comic for sure. I'd like to do something like that. And another question coming. Man, we're just getting so many questions today. People asking about when you do your future comics, are you going to be streaming? Yes, I would. I love doing this personally because I think it's cool that I can not only give these tutorials and work on the comic and stuff like that and get you guys to actually participate and give me awesome ideas and help me like pick out little things, be like, oh, what the heck is wrong with that person's face? Fix that, right? You're like my editors, like right here, helping me out live. I like all that stuff, but I also like the fact that because I'm releasing in pages of 10 or increments of 10, like I said, it takes a long time to do this stuff, and like, you know, it's not always exactly predictable. So it's really nice to be able to kind of catch up and or like check in once or 4 times a week, right? And that way at least you guys know I haven't like run away or like just died and the comic isn't going to keep going, right? You know that I'm still working on it and then it's, you know, kind of going to come out eventually. So let's yeah. I think we're done. I think that's it, guys. Question catapults have ceased. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has joined me today on the stream. You stream people on YouTube. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. My name is Kienan Lafferty. I'll see you guys. Oh, you guys are going to be seeing me. Oh, tomorrow, obviously. We're going to be working on this more tomorrow. We got one more page that I can show. Right? We go up to page 24 that I will show you. And we'll be working on that tomorrow, and you guys can help me out. Same time, same bat channel. Where's epic outro music? Here we go. Thank you guys once again for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.